What up, world? Welcome to another episode. Ugh. Bleed. Oh, I bleed sports. Lord have mercy. I got so many goddamn shows. That's a damn shame. I bleed sports. Special edition. Special edition tonight. As you know, I am the host, Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, Brandon Janeau. Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show. And of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. So go follow me on all those social media platforms. Comment, I guess, on social media platforms. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, it all helps with that. It all helps with the algorithm. It all helps with the algorithm. Um, but really, where you would go is my YouTube channel, man. Brandon Jr. Show. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing, watching vids, all of it, man. I appreciate you guys. Uh, like I said, tonight is I believe. Well, on my YouTube channel, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Brandon Jr. Show. Um, Subscribe to the BrandonJaneauShow Show on YouTube. Uh, what else? Comment. I do comment back. I do too on TikTok. Probably gonna choose not to later on. Talk about that, like I said, later. Um, but yeah, go to the BrandonJaneauShow Show on YouTube. Subscribe. Like. It helps in the algorithms if you actually like the vids. So please like the videos. Um, I don't know if I gotta start posting stuff on there. I gotta like maybe do a short and then post it. Maybe I'd cut this and be like, can you please like the vids because it helps in the algorithms to get more people to click on it and watch it. So yeah. But like I said, it's I Bleed Sports. It's a special episode because the NFL schedule came out this past weekend. It's time for me to talk about it and all this NFL schedule is it's um there has been a lot of crazy things that have happened. Um, you know, when it comes to football, football is such a dominant sport, man. Um, it's even when it's not on TV, it's still on TV. You know what I mean? Like even when it's not being talked about, it's still being talked about. That's a dominant sport. Now the NFL schedule release is kind of uh, um like a holiday. It's like a holiday. The draft is a holiday. NFL scout combine is a holiday. The NFL schedule release is a holiday. Training camp is like a holiday. I would go see training camp here in Houston, go see the Texans, but it's too fucking hot in fucking Texas. It's too fucking hot in Texas to go sit my ass in front of a guy, and then there's no shit. It's got a little shade. It's not a lot. Hey, bro, I ain't about to be sweating bullets to go watch motherfuckers train. Nah, nigga. I'll wait till the football game start. I might go see a Texans game this year, but I'm not going. Not about to go sit my ass and pay money. You gotta go pay money to training camp. That's the crazy shit. You gotta go pay money to get tickets. That shit is unreal. I remember when shit used to be free. Yeah, I'm getting up there in the age department. I remember when shit used to be free. They used to ask you to come and see motherfuckers. I used to live when I was in New Orleans. You want to go see the Saints in Metairie? Oh yeah, let's go see the Saints in Metairie. Let's go see them niggas. Let's go see them. Um, yeah, when they used to they I don't know if they still do it. They probably still do, but they're black and gold games before the season started. They used to do like this black and gold scrimmage. Man, I used to watch that shit like every year, every fucking year. We used to watch the black and gold scrimmage. It's like the last real people that's gonna make the team, and they're playing to get on the team. Yeah, that shit used to be fun. I think with the NFL rules now, I don't think I hear too many of those games anymore. They still do scrimmages around training camp. They still do scrimmages, but now they kind of do like um collaborated scrimmages and shit. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. But like I said, the NFL schedule is here. Games have been games are officially out. Monday night, Thursday night, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. international, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I will break them all down, talk about them right here on this podcast. Um, let's start it off with Thursday night games. Of course, obviously the first game of the season is a Thursday night game, and that is the Cowboys and the Eagles. Cowboys will be traveling to their division rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles will be raising up a banner, their second banner in what feels like 6 years. They won the title in 2019, 2018. Yeah, 2018. They won the title in 2018. They beat the Patriots in 2018. So yeah, this will be their second. Wait, yeah, they won the title in 2018. I'm not tripping. Um, so this is their second banner being raised in what 7 years? That's crazy. 7 years and they got two trophies with two different teams. You gotta realize that's like two different fucking teams. Like the last time Fletcher Cox, who was on that team, I think retired before the season. Yeah. So it's a completely different team. Brandon Graham, who's still on the team, but Jason Kelsey, who retired before the season, who was on that championship winning team. So yeah, man. So the Eagles have now raised. This will be the second banner being raised in 7 years. They have raised more banners in 7 years than the Cowboys have raised in 30. That tells you a lot. That that tells you a lot. I'm sorry, I got those shots at the Cowboys because the Cowboys are a funny ass organization. Let's be real. There's no way in hell a motherfucking team that gets that much media coverage and ain't done shit in 30 years should get that much media coverage. Even the Lakers, who won a bootleg fucking trophy in a bubble, at least won a trophy in a bubble. Like this is ridiculous. Oh my god, the Yankees too. The Yankees are a great team. They got to the World Series last year and lost. At least the Yankees got to the fucking World Series. Yeah, this shit is crazy. This shit is nuts. Um, but the Eagles and the Cowboys start off the Thursday night game. Season opener will be on NBC, uh, Peacock. Uh, that will be the first game of the season. What do I expect to happen in that game? Eagles beat the shit out of the Cowboys. I expect the Eagles to literally beat the living shit out of the Cowboys. I know a lot of people will probably sit there and think, "Oh, you're just hating on the Cowboys," or "Oh, you don't know what's gonna really happen." Yeah, I do. What is the Cowboys secondary? You're putting a rookie as a guard, Tyler Booker. Now, I expect Tyler Booker to have an amazing rookie year as the guard of the offensive line of the Cowboys. But against the Eagles, that defense, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Bryce Huff. Nah, nah, no, 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 no. You still don't know what the running game is going to look like in Dallas. And yes, you got two receivers now. But like I always say, you can't really throw the ball if your quarterback's on a goddamn ground. Can you throw the ball? Can you really throw the ball? I expect the Eagles to also dominate the trenches. I expect Saquon Barkley to get his very quick and very. I expect that. Matter of fact, Dallas to even try to stop Saquon by sacrificing their defensive backs. So Diggs, uh, all the guys in the secondary, I expect them to get fucked over. Again, like I always say, Diggs is not a great cover corner. He's more of an interception corner. So if you put him in a situation where AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are going to be one on one with him, pick your fucking poison. You either get fucked over by Saquon Barkley, or you get fucked over by AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Pick your fucking poison. Or Jalen Hurts could just run on your ass for 100 yards. Pick your fucking poison. Please pick your poison. But the second game of the year, the second Thursday night game, which will be on Prime, back on Prime. The NFL really finally have realized that Prime Prime Videos, Amazon Prime, uh, deserves good football games too. Me and my brother Juan talk about this every fucking Thursday. It feel like last year they finally figured it out. Like, oh yeah, Prime Videos is paying us too. We gotta give these niggas some actual football games that they can actually promote. Um, Commanders versus Packers, week 2. That's gonna be a good fucking game. That's gonna be a really good game. Jordan Love versus Jaden Daniels. Oh fuck yeah, that's gonna be a good fucking game. That could be. It could be a possible NFC divisional or NFC championship round game. That could be the NFC championship game. I'm not saying the Eagles is gonna fucking fall off a cliff. Oh fuck no. But I think a lot of people are not really giving the Commanders too much conversation. I think they kind of are falling into like that Texans thing where CJ Stroud was last year and stuff. Like I just feel like that's kind of where I look at the Commanders situation. A lot of people are just like, nah, this is going. Jaden Davis is just gonna have a sophomore slump. I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think Jaden Davis is gonna have a sophomore slump. I don't. They actually did something that the Texans did not do last year, and that is fix the fucking offensive line. The Texans did not do that last year for CJ Stroud. They did everything in their power to help the Commanders to help Jane Daniels by getting that offensive line fixed. Larry Tunsil comes in. They signed some people on the offensive line. That's gonna be an interesting game. The Packers. Uh, this is gonna be a real good test for to see if Matthew Golden can be your number one. They're not going to put Marshawn Lattimore immediately on Matthew Golden. So this is why I say it's going to be pretty intriguing to see what's going to happen in this game. I'm looking forward to this game. This game is going to be pretty fucking good. I think it's going to be an intriguing fucking game. Game 3, Thursday Night Football, Dolphins Bills. I mean, what was it last year? I think that was week 2. I think on Prime Videos was week 2. Dolphins Bills. It was in Miami. Um, this game I expect I I, I expect the Bills to beat the shit out the Dolphins. I don't think. Listen, man, I think people are not understanding. The Dolphins are gonna have a really fucking weird season this year. I think the Dolphins didn't really improve the defense. They really didn't do shit to really improve the defense. And the quarterback situation with Tua is if he's upright, you're good. If he's not, you're fucked. And that's the biggest problem. And then on top of that, you didn't fix the offensive line. The actual thing you needed to fix, you didn't fix it. So yeah, I think the Dolphins are gonna have a really bad, crazy season. And I'll talk about Miami um later on this week when I believe sports. Probably talk about them tomorrow. I'm about to do an episode tomorrow. But I've been doing the AFC East. I did the Patriots. I did the Bills. And next week, this upcoming week, I'll probably be doing the Dolphins. I'll probably do the Dolphins this week. So yeah, but I'll talk about them later. But yeah, I think the Bills are gonna beat the shit out of the Dolphins. I don't think. And it sucks for the Saints because the Saints play the Bills literally the next week, so they will have a bye pretty much to play us the next week, week 4. So that fucking sucks. Congratulations to us. Um, the following week is the Seahawks. Seahawks get that crack at the first prime game of the season. Seahawks and Seattle will be going to Arizona. This is going to be an early test for Arizona. Very early test for Arizona. Last year when they played against the Rams, they beat the shit out the Rams in Arizona. I mean, beat the shit out the Rams in Arizona. This feels like one of those games that can also happen. I listen. I am very high on the Cardinals. I am super high on the Cardinals. I was high on them last year. I'm high on them this year. I truly believe Kyler Murray has, and I mean has, to get his team into the playoffs. This is the best year to also win the NFC West. You don't know what the Rams are. You don't know what the Rams are. You really don't know what the San Francisco 49ers is. No matter if you pay Brock Purdy, the offensive line still sucks. And that offense is clearly predicated on Christian McCaffrey. Now you paid this dude all this money, but your offense is still predicated on Christian McCaffrey. So congratulations. Like you paid him for fucking what reason? I've seen enough of Brock Purdy to know if he was to get into these situations, he can't really do anything. But in Seattle, you don't know what Seattle is. That offensive line of Seattle is. I like the draft Seattle had. I think Seattle had an amazing draft, but it still doesn't fix the fact that Sam Darnold has never been a guy. Doesn't fix it. Sam Darnold has never been a guy. Don't get last year twisted. That's 1 year out of what, 7, 8? This man was in the same draft class as Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield, like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. That is the draft class Sam Darnold was in. He was selected 3rd overall. And yet you will have people sit there and try to tell you that was finally the Sam Darnold. No, man. No. Baker Mayfield could always play. There was never a question that Baker Mayfield couldn't play. The question with Sam Darnold is he isn't great at handling pressure. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's all quarterbacks. Nah, not really. I'm not talking about just the pressure up the line. I mean, he can't handle big games. He does not know how to participate. He is not great in big games. He just does not know how to handle big games. So last year, what happened when he played in big games? He fucking folded. He fucking folded. The Lions, division on the line. You're in Detroit and you folded. You played against the Rams. The Rams had to relocate. They literally had to relocate. They had to leave Los Angeles. Had to get moved to Arizona. You're supposed to have more of a mental game than them. They got their families in different places. They had to bring their families with them. And you still fucking lost. And you didn't just lose. You got your ass whipped. You didn't just lose. You got your ass whipped in that playoff game. That wasn't a loss. You got your ass whipped. So I'm supposed to assume Sam Darnold is going to transform the Seahawks. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I expect Seattle to drive a quarterback next year. I expect Seattle to be actually in the top 5 of the draft next year. People do not think that's true, but I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to be in the top 5 of the draft next year. I think they'll drive a quarterback next year. I don't think they're going to be number 1 because there's going to be some teams that's way worse than them. But expect the Seattle Seahawks to be in the top fucking 5 next year. I don't trust Sam Darnold. I don't trust Sam Darnold. I don't give a fuck. Maybe he has a great another year, and maybe I'm tripping. But I'm gonna go with the 7 years when you didn't do shit over the 1 year where you actually look good. And it was more so because of the system you was in and not the actual player that you are. Week 5 on Prime Video. Speaking of division, NFC West division, San Francisco versus the Rams. San Francisco goes to Los Angeles. Listen, Chris McCaffrey's up right. San Francisco got a chance. If Chris McCaffrey's hurt, so yeah, the Rams gonna take this game. Same thing with Miami. If Tua's up right, Miami got a chance. If San Francisco, if he's hurt, they're fucking done. Same thing with San Francisco. If Chris McCaffrey's healthy, they're all right. The moment he goes down, that team is going to fucking collapse like a son of a bitch. Week 6, Eagles versus Giants. Okay, now we starting to get to like that, I don't know, kind of situation. Week 6, I don't know. Eagles versus Giants. I mean, listen, I'm gonna be for real. Eagles can start 6-0. Eagles could literally start 6-0. If they don't walk through this fucking season and kind of like nonchalant, because they're the best team in the NFC. They are. If they don't walk into the season with some nonchalant shit, I mean, week 1 is the perfect way to wake the fuck up. Week 1 is the first game of the season. You're playing against the fucking Cowboys. If that don't wake you the fuck up and make you want to punch somebody in the face right out the gate, nothing will. The Eagles could walk into the season 6-0. And this is one of those games. This is the week 6 game. They'll leave week 6 6-0. I have no faith in the Giants. None. Matter of fact, this might be the game we start hearing. Maybe the Giants should probably start playing Jackson Dart. I wouldn't be surprised. I like the Giants draft this year. That's the crazy part. I actually like the Giants draft this year. I thought the Giants draft was really fucking good. I just have no faith in Russell Wilson. I have no faith in Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson has completely and utterly took a step back. I don't think people are ready to admit it. I think the Denver years were a one-off, and I'm really starting to now say maybe Pete Carroll wasn't as crazy as he looked when he traded Russell Wilson. Maybe Pete Carroll wasn't as crazy as he looked because of the name value. The name itself carried a little bit too much of his legacy. Same thing with like Aaron Rodgers. A lot of these quarterbacks are now starting to hear, okay, maybe, just maybe, these teams weren't as crazy as it seemed when they got rid of these fucking players. Maybe, just maybe, Pete Carroll knew what the fuck he was doing, and he got rid of Russell Wilson just in the nick of fucking time because he has had a complete and utter fucking decline since he left Seattle. There is not one time where I've seen Russell Wilson play, and I'm like, that's the Russell Wilson of old. Nope, not once. I don't expect him to do that shit in New York. I don't expect it at all. Week 7, Steelers versus Bengals. This is going to be an interesting game. It's going to be an interesting game. The reason why I say it's going to be an interesting game, we all know Steelers don't have a quarterback. We all know this shit. The question really is, what is the Bengals going to look like in week 7? The Bengals are this start slow, and I think this is around when October football kicks in. The Bengals start too fucking slow for my liking. And Zach Taylor is one of those coaches that's definitely on the fucking hot seat because we just paid Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. And you cannot start fucking slow anymore. You got to get this shit right. And if you start slow this season in a not so crazy AFC North this year, I mean, outside of maybe Baltimore, you have a lot of question marks with you have a lot of question marks with the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, you have a lot of question marks with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the quarterback position, and you have clearly question marks with the Cleveland Browns at all fucking positions, not just quarterback, at all positions in Cleveland. Outside of maybe the defense, who I think defensively they're going to be an amazing defense this year again, but offensively, you got 4 quarterbacks in the room that could all start at any moment. And I trust none of them to actually be good quarterbacks this year. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust Joe Flacco. I don't trust Kenny Pickett. I don't trust Dylan Gabriel. I don't trust Shedeur Sanders. I don't trust none of them to actually be good quarterbacks this year because your offense is too fucking reliant on something good happening. And I don't think that they're actually going to be able to actually overcome the AFC North. That's a bad situation. So Cincinnati cannot start slow this year. They can't. There's no room for you to start slow. None. And I don't even think the AFC is going to be super great this year. I don't think the AFC is going to be super fucking great this year. I think you can get. This is how I feel. I think there might be 3 teams that come out the AFC West like last year. I think there might be 3 teams that come out the AFC West like last year. I think that I think it's 3 teams that come out the AFC West this year, last year. I think there's 1 team that comes out the AFC East. I think it's the Patriots. And I think it might be in the AFC South. I don't really see the Jags or the Colts. I don't really see neither one of them. I think the Texans take it. There's going to be 2 teams out the AFC North. It better be the Bengals and the fucking Ravens. Because if it's anybody outside of the Ravens and the Bengals to take it, get in the playoffs, that's a fucking disaster right there. That's a problem right there. So yeah, I expect 2 teams out the AFC North. I expect 2 teams out the AFC North, and I expect 3 teams out the AFC West. And then division winners. Texans. I tell you right now, the Texans, Ravens, Patriots, Texans, Ravens, Patriots, and my surprise team in AFC West is the Raiders. I think the Raiders take the AFC West. And I know people think I'm tripping. People gonna think I'm crazy as fuck. I think the Raiders take the AFC West this year. I like what Denver did in the draft. They pretty improved their offense, their defense more than their offense actually did. I like RJ Harvey, the running back they got from UCF. But you're asking Bo Nix to have a massive step forward to get to. You're asking Bo Nix to have a massive step forward, and I don't think that's actually gonna. I won't say it's not gonna happen, but that's a lot. That's a lot to ask for a quarterback to have an incredible second year. He had a pretty decent first year. It wasn't like it was a bad rookie year, but yeah. But I expect, um, I expect the Patriots to win the AFC North. I mean, the Patriots to win the AFC East, the Ravens to win the NFC North, and I think the Raiders. I think a lot of people not really paying. I know a lot of people gonna say, "What about the Chargers?" The reason why I didn't go with the Chargers is because, and I think the Chargers are gonna actually. Here's the thing: if you ask me, Denver or Raiders, I mean Denver or Chargers, which one makes the big leap this year? I think Denver. I think Denver makes the big leap this year. I don't really see anything about the Chargers that make me feel like they're gonna be like they were last year. I think the Chargers were such a surprise last year that it kind of caught a lot of people off guard. And I'm just not a huge Justin Herbert fan like that too. Like it's been a couple years now, and I'm like, bro, you've been people have been saying you're supposed to be this guy, and you haven't been this guy. When the fuck are we gonna give up on this conversation? But yeah, but Cincinnati better win this goddamn bid in the playoffs this year. Because if you don't, Zach Taylor, you're getting fired. You're getting fucking fired, dude. Week 8, Vikings versus Chargers. I just thought about it. Justin Herbert is not somebody that I'm super high on. Um, Out of the 3 quarterbacks drafted that year when he got drafted, 4 actually, because Jalen Hurts was actually drafted that year. Um, yeah, Jalen Hurts was drafted in that same draft class with Tua, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow, because Jalen Hurts was a Heisman finalist with Joe Burrow that year. So out of the 4 quarterbacks that's drafted, Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl ring. Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl, and Justin Herbert could barely get out the first fucking round of the playoffs. And I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Tua is this fucking game changing quarterback either. No. But out of all of those people that they have said spoke on, Justin Herbert is the one that everybody keeps saying has this generational talent. I hate that fucking word. What a passion. This week 8 matchup is going to be pretty intriguing because I don't know what the Vikings are going to be. The Vikings seem like a team that should be good this year, but you got to realize this is also the first year that their drafted quarterback last year, just JJ McCarthy, is finally a starter. He's finally going to be a starter. It's his team. Aaron Rodgers hoping, praying that it's not. I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers at the crib doing some voodoo magic on this motherfucker. Got a doll and everything, sticking holes through this nigga shit because he does not want this dude to be the number 1 guy. But yeah, I got. Week 8 is gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting game. Vikings defense usually pick it up by week 6, 7. Vikings defense usually pick it up. Brian Flores is a really great defensive coordinator, so he picks up that defense by week 8, week 6, 7. Chargers defense should be good this year. Got rid of Joey Bosa and kept Khalil Mack, which was I would have done it. The question really does become, what is these offenses going to look like? That's really what the question is. It's like, what are these offenses going to look like? Is the Vikings offense going to be up to par this year? I know you got Aaron Jones. I know you got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. But again, you got JJ McCarthy. And that offense that Kevin O'Connell has created has been very easy for quarterbacks to learn and understand. And even though he couldn't technically do anything, JJ McCarthy's been in that offense for a year. So he should pick it up. He should pick it up. He should know what he's doing with it. Charger situation is a little bit different. I mean, they still really don't have a true number 2 or 3 receiver. We can start with the Quinn Johnson shit. He's not. Um, you brought back Mike Williams, which you got rid of him for a reason. Why the fuck did you bring him back? It's the same thing with Dallas last year. You got rid of Ezekiel Elliott for a reason. Why the fuck did you bring him back? It don't make any fucking sense. Um, but yeah, week 9, Ravens Dolphins. This is where the Ravens usually take their rightful place as the number 1 team in the AFC. This is usually when the Ravens take their rightful place as the number 1 team in the AFC. Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins. You forget DeAndre Hopkins is now with the fucking Ravens. Um, that defense. Oh my god, that draft the Ravens had, bro. There's no way in hell. I feel the same way when it happened last year when Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean fell to the fucking Eagles and like the back-to-back picks that they had. I'm like, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me. The Ravens did the same shit this year. Malik Starks, the safety from Georgia, and then they drafted who the fuck they drafted? They drafted somebody. I forgot that fucking dude name now. It just Mike Green, the fucking leading sack guy from Marshall. They drafted Mike Green, bro. Like it's just like, bro, come on, my nigga. Like seriously, like you should be sitting like, nigga, really? Come on, bro. Did you really need to draft them? Come on, bro. Did you really need to, what the fuck? Did you really need to pick them? Come on, bro. Like you didn't have to do that. You did that because you selfish. You are selfish sons of bitches. There is no way in hell. I'm really about to start up this petition. I'm about to start up this petition. Ravens and Eagles cannot draft. Fuck this. You already kill us in free agency. I don't need you to draft too. Fuck that. Nope. Malik Starks and Mike Green just fell, y'all. Come on, bro. Like that is ridiculous. That is just stupidity on all the NFL teams. That's ridiculous. Week 10, now divisional matchup. This time in the AFC West, Raiders versus Broncos. Raiders is a team to look out for. I know a lot of people don't believe this shit, but it is. That offensive line of the Raiders is really fucking good. That defensive line of the Raiders is really fucking good. You got a running back in Austin Gentry, and then you add to the fact that you got a veteran in Geno Smith who knows Pete Carroll's offense and knows what Pete Carroll wants to do. You have one of the best tight ends in the league already in Brock Bowers. And you drafted 2 fucking receivers from the same school. And you drafted a couple of receivers in this draft. I expect this fucking team to be good this year, man. I think a lot of people are going to sleep on the Raiders because it's the Raiders. And it's one of those, you got to see it to believe it type of situations. I think the Raiders are going to be really good. So good to the point where they win the AFC West. Win the AFC West. Broncos, like I said, Bo Nix should be good this year. I can see him have a step up. I can see him have that type of season. But he could also fall into a trap of trying to do too much. And that could really fuck him up. One thing about the Broncos that I will say is the Broncos defense is gonna probably be the number 1 defense in the league. If they're not the number 1 total defense in the league this year, they're gonna be the number 1 total takeaway defense in the league this year. That fucking defense is going to either get turnovers or they're just gonna straight up just hit your ass and they're gonna stop you. Like the Broncos defense is fucking scary. I'm not even. It's starting to get to the orange crush, bro. If you're a Broncos fan, I'm like, bro, y'all defense, that fucking defense, bro. Cortland Sutton is already one of the best cornerbacks. I mean, Cortland Sutton, Lord have mercy. Patrick Surtain is already one of the best cornerbacks in the Patrick Surtain is the best cornerback in the NFL. Fuck it, let me go ahead and get this out the way. Patrick Surtain is the best cornerback in the NFL. There's nobody like Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain is the best cornerback in the NFL. I don't know what that means anymore to a lot of people, but to me, when I was a kid, excuse me, them debates that we used to have when we were kids, Champ Bailey's the best cornerback. No, man, D'Angelo Hall's the best cornerback. Nah, nigga, you tripping. Them cornerback conversations to be the shit. Champ Bailey, D'Angelo Hall, uh, yeah, man, them cornerback conversations should be the shit, bro. Rondé Barber, bro. Yeah, man. Them cornerback conversations should be the shit, bro. I don't know if that's still a conversation no more. But if it is, Patrick Surtain is the number one with a bullet guy. He's leading the fucking conversation. If you don't have Patrick Surtain as your number one cornerback, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, bro. I don't know what you smoking on. I get that you're a fucking homer and you gotta be like, if you're a Cowboys, you're like Trayvon Diggs is the best, and if you're Eagles, you're like Quinyon Mitchell, and if you're Commander, you're like Marshawn Lattimore. I get it. I totally understand. I totally understand. If you're a Dolphin, you're probably still like Jalen Ramsey, which I don't think that's true at all. But if you're the Jets, you're like Sauce. If you're Texans, you're Darius Stingley. Patrick Surtain is the number one fucking cornerback in the goddamn NFL. Let's get that shit out of the way. Patrick Surtain is the number one cornerback in the NFL. Throw the ball on his side. See what the fuck happens to you. He one of them. Throw the ball on his side. See what happens to him. See what happens. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. She can get picked off and took it to the house. I'm pretty sure on it. Yeah. Speaking of another cornerback, Sauce Gardner takes week 11. Sauce Gardner and the Jets will play against the Patriots in week 11. I have already told y'all I am a Patriots fan this year. I am a Patriots fan this year. No, I'm lying. I was a Patriots fan last year. I am a Patriots fan. I think the Patriots are going to shock. You know what I don't like? I don't like all these fake ass bandwagon jumpers now. I was already on the Patriots last year. I was like, nah, the Patriots are gonna be a good team this year, man. Like, trust me. They didn't get there last year. This year they're gonna be there. I think Drake May is going to have a hell of a sophomore season. Stephon Diggs, Jalen Polk. You drafted Kyle Williams from Washington State. The draft that the Patriots had, and then that free agency. Trayvon Henderson, the running back from Ohio State. Will Campbell. And then you still have that defense that is now being coached under one of the greatest linebackers in Patriots history, and Mike Vrabel. And Mike Vrabel, a head coach who got fired unjustly because, well, the team couldn't build around what the fuck he wanted. Yeah. Yeah. I got the Patriots this year. But a conversation I think a lot of people are not also willing to have yet is who's the upcoming cornerback. And I think Christian Gonzalez. He's been very quiet since his rookie year. He got injured his rookie year. Last year he was kind of up and down, but I think Christian Gonzalez, his third year in the league, I think Christian Gonzalez is going to jump a lot of fucking people's cornerback conversations. Christian Gonzalez, he's going to jump a lot of people's cornerback conversations this year because of how good that Patriots defense is going to look. He's going to be helped because of the Patriots defense, but that conversation is going to be interesting. The Jets this season, I'll talk about them next week as well. I'll talk about the Jets also. But yeah, I think the Jets are going to have actually a really interesting season. I think a lot of people are not really ready to hear this. If there was any team that I think could make the playoffs in the AFC that nobody's thinking of, it's the Jets. It's the Jets. I think the Jets defense, offense, I think the Jets make the playoffs this year. Week 12, Bills versus Texans. I think the Texans win the division by default. I don't think the Texans. I think the Texans win the division by default. The coach is not gonna be there this year. You still have to figure out who the quarterback is. Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones. Neither one of them are great. You're literally asking one of them to be the quarterback, and none of them are ready to really be the guy. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they should be there. They should. But there's no more excuses for Trevor Lawrence. He's got to get it going. There's no more excuses. And as good as the Titans may look on paper coming into this season, Cam Ward is not a guy. The draft wasn't bad for the Titans. I just think they need another year. They need a year and a half. Give them another free agency draft, maybe another free agency or draft, and I think the Titans will be in the conversation. But I think the Texans win the division by default. Now, here's the problem with that. Because they're going to probably win the division by default, don't do what you did last year, which is like mail it the fuck in sometimes. It's like you just mailed it the fuck in. You knew you were going to win the division and you just mailed it in. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. You got to actually show that you want to be in the conversation with the AFC. You cannot just mail it the fuck in because you want to. That's not going to work. But yeah, that's gonna be an interesting game. They had a really good game last year, week 4. No, not week 4, week 5. That was a really good game, and the Texas defense shut Josh Allen ass down. Man, you realize Josh Allen won a fucking MVP in a season where he threw the ball 30 times and only completed 9 passes? And he won the MVP. He had a game last year where he threw the ball 30 fucking times in the game and only completed 9 fucking passes. And people will sit there and tell you with a straight face that he should have won the MVP. And that was the right choice. Nigga, what? What? Man had a game last year. He threw the ball 30 fucking times and only completed 9 fucking passes. And they swear to God, he was the right choice for MVP. Oh my God. All right, bro. All right, bro. I guess, nigga. I guess. Week 13. Bears Eagles. I'm not high on the Bears. I'll talk about them later because they got a couple primetime games. I'll talk about them later. I'm not high on the Bears. Like I said, I think the Eagles win the NFC East. I think the Eagles win the NFC East. I think it's gonna be damn sure difficult this year. I don't think they're just gonna, like I said, I think they're gonna start off 6-0, but I think eventually they're gonna hit a wall. Injuries might catch them, but as long as they stay true to who they are, I think they'll figure it out. Week 14, Cowboys Lions. Cowboys finishes. Cowboys are an interesting team because I could either see them finishing. I don't think they're winning the NFC East. I don't. Because they made the playoffs? Who's to know? Who's to say? Anything is possible. It's football. Anything is possible. But I can also see them finishing last in the division. And that's what some people are also not talking about. I think the Giants could actually end up in front of the Cowboys. The Cowboys season could go downhill very fast. Their season could go downhill very fucking fast. Like last year. Last year's season, you knew right then and there, like, oh shit, this is not good. Like week 1, who they played week 1? The Browns, I think they played. And then they had that season opener against the Saints, and they got their ass ran out the building. And you just like, whoa. Cowboys really didn't do shit to improve their team. The draft was okay. I thought the draft was pretty good, but they really haven't done shit to really improve the team. And that's the problem. Like you didn't do shit to really improve your team. The Lions is such a weird fucking team. I'm a huge Lions fan. That offense with that offensive line is still intact. You still got David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs. Still got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. Still got Sam Laporta. That defense is really where the question kicks in. With the new defensive coordinator, what is this Lions defense going to look like? With a new offensive coordinator, what is that offense going to look like? If that doesn't come into question. Now you got to realize this happened a couple years ago with the Eagles when they got to the Super Bowl and then they lost both of their lost both of their coordinators. Uh, uh, fuck is this coordinator? God damn it. Um, the coach. I forgot his goddamn name now. Um, and so John Gannon for the Arizona Cardinals. John Gannon was the defensive coordinator of the Eagles, and Scott Sharklin was the offensive coordinator. And then they lost to both of them that Super Bowl year, right after the Super Bowl. And the Eagles had a started off like 11-0, and then they just completely fell off a fucking cliff. And you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this? I don't think it's gonna be like that with Detroit, but I don't know. But Dan Campbell also is just an amazing head coach, and I think they're gonna be motivated to get back to where they were last year. Because I really do believe if injuries did not happen to Detroit, I think they actually do make the Super Bowl. I think they give the Eagles a fight because the one thing about the Eagles defense is they apply pressure. With that offensive line in Detroit, they would never gotten to the pressure, which means they would have had to sit there and let the secondary eat. And I'm taking Detroit's offense over the Eagles defense. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. I'm taking the Lions offense over the Philly off the Eagles defense. If that was the case last year, I would have. If everybody's healthy, I would have taken Detroit. In Detroit, I would take Detroit. I would take Detroit. Week 15, Falcons Bucks. NFC South matchup should be interesting, but depending on what these teams are going to be by the time they get to this could determine the NFC South. It's good. Could very well determine the NFC South. So yeah, Week 16, Rams Seahawks. Saying they're the NFC West. Like I said, I'm not. I don't have too much faith in Seattle this year. Rams should be good this year, but we should see how it happens. In Week 17, um, Broncos, Chiefs. I already talked about the Broncos, Chiefs. Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are gonna have a fall off here. They didn't fix the offensive line. They did fix the offensive line. Now the Chiefs are one of those teams where you gotta wait and see. Every year I think these niggas gonna have a fall off year, and then they shake up the world and they figure it out. The reason why I say I think this is the year that finally catches up to them. They didn't fix the offensive line. They really didn't get anything fixed offensively with the wide receiver situation. Isaiah Pacheco is good when he's healthy, and I think this team is too reliant on the defense. I think the defense, as good as the defense is, you did lose some pieces on that defense. Just as Justin Reed, who's now with the Saints. You've lost some pieces on that defense. That defense isn't as strong as it used to be. I like the Justin Simmons pickup, the draft that you had with Justin Simmons picking him in the first round because you needed offensive line help. God almighty, did you need offensive line help? But at the same time, that's one. You traded away Joe Tooney, who was your best guard. You just traded him away. I think you also, I think Trey Smith left. I can't remember. I think Trey Smith left the guard. I can't remember. But you traded Joe Tooney to Chicago. Like, and so it's just like, then what the fuck are and you drafted a kid last year from BYU. So what is he gonna be? Is he gonna be the guard now? Is you gonna just move him into guard? Is Josh Simmons gonna be a guard? What is he gonna be? I don't understand what this offensive line is gonna look like. I don't even know what this team is gonna look like. It's clear as day that Travis Kelce is losing a step. He's not what he used to be. You think the playoffs run was just one thing? Like, no, he's losing a step. That's a real thing. Like, he's starting to kind of come down a little bit. And with all of the mileage that he's had on his body from playing and having to be the number one target for the last couple of years, I can see them hits adding the fuck up. I can see them fucking hits that he was taking starting to add the fuck up. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have to figure this shit out. This is not going to be an easy ass season for Kansas City. I think a lot of people are going to have to live with the reality that Kansas City might be falling a little bit here. This might be their moment where they kind of can't really. They can get in the playoffs, but they might not be able to get to the Super Bowl. Like the Patriots, it was a time where the Patriots could not get to the Super Bowl. They get in the playoffs, they go in the AFC East, but they can get to the Super Bowl. And you just sitting there like, why can't you get to the Super Bowl? Because they're better teams. They're better teams. And I think that's what's gonna happen to Kansas City. Now, Eagles in Chicago. That's actually a Black Friday game. So Friday, that's a Friday game. So that's on Thanksgiving weekend. So if you're there, you know, you know, so you ain't got shit to do that Friday. Watch the Bears and the Eagles. Black Friday, do some shopping, come home and watch the Bears and the Eagles. Hopefully nothing crazy happens on Black Friday. Um, Sunday night football. Well, it kicks off right out the gate with a banger of a banger. Baltimore versus Buffalo. Baltimore beat Buffalo to end their undefeated streak last year at 3. Buffalo paid them right back in the AFC Championship game. One thing about this game that the AFC Championship game that I think a lot of people were so ready to just talk down Lamar Jackson. He can't get it done. Forgetting the second half, Lamar Jackson went crazy in that second half. He's the reason why they even had a chance to get back in that fucking game. And he had the ball last. And he had the ball. He had the ball and he threw the ball to Mark Andrews and he just dropped it. It wasn't like Lamar Jackson had the fuck. It was Lamar Jackson's fucking fault. Like y'all are so ready to just write this man the fuck off because you've already had a narrative in your head, and no matter what happens, the narrative is going to be in your head. Now again, this is on Lamar Jackson to change the narrative. It is totally on Lamar Jackson to change the narrative. But at the same time, some of you motherfuckers need to stop talking because a lot of you niggas have already created this narrative that Lamar Jackson just isn't the guy. The funny part is he's more of the guy than fucking Josh Allen is. I want to see what Josh Allen's gonna look like with this offense. I want to see it because I don't think that people understand that this is team. You can't continue to just put Josh Allen in the offense with no fucking receivers. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Lamar Jackson. He can't carry a fucking team by himself. You're gonna get this man fucked up. You're gonna get this man really fucking hurt trying to continuously just say, well, he is the guy. He can do this. You're gonna get that man fucked up. You're gonna get that man hurt. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this game plays out. I can easily see this shit being a blowout. I can see Baltimore beating the shit out of Buffalo. I can see it. I can easily see Baltimore beating the shit out of Buffalo. I can see it. I don't know what the offensive line of Buffalo is going to look like. I don't know what the receiving core of Buffalo is going to look like. I don't know what the defense of Buffalo is going to look like. People have not talked about that either. I don't know what the fuck the defense is going to look like. Like Derrick Henry should be ready to go. Like yo, this is gonna be an interesting game. If Baltimore comes in healthy, it might be a blowout. It might be a fucking blowout. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Week 2, Falcons versus Vikings. Pick just 2 picks apart from each other. Just 2 picks apart. Michael Penix Jr. got drafted. What? 8 overall. JJ McCarthy got drafted 10th overall. This is gonna be an intriguing fucking game. I believe this is gonna be Michael Penix come out party. I think Michael Penix is going to have an incredible season, and people need to be worried. People need to be very fucking worried. This is going to be a very scary season. I'm not even a Falcons fan. I am a Saints fan through and through. But they got the best quarterback in the division. Over Tampa, clearly over the Saints, and over Carolina. I don't think people really are ready I don't think people understand how bad this shit about to get for a lot of us. This is why I kept saying Michael Penix Jr. If he's healthy, God bless us all. Just this is gonna be bad. This shit gonna be bad. I think Atlanta is gonna surprise some the fuck out of people. And I don't think Atlanta has no weapons. I don't think Atlanta still has no real good offense. I don't think the offensive line Atlanta's great. You only got Drake London and Bijan Robinson. That's pretty much it. I don't think Atlanta has nothing offensively that's super great. But Michael Penix Jr. Everywhere that man has been, he's been a winner. Indiana, he made Indiana a fucking good team. He made Indiana a good fucking football team for a couple years before he got hurt and then had to transfer. He clearly made Washington a fucking dominant football team. He had 3 games. 3 games. And if Kirk Cousins didn't fuck it up so bad, Atlanta probably would have won the NFC South last year. I'm telling y'all this shit right now. Put benchmark it, and I'm not even a fuck. I fucking hate the Falcons. I do not like them bitches for nothing. But I know what the fuck the truth is. That's why I say all the time, I'm not no fucking liar. I'm not gonna sit up here and fuck y'all over. I'm not gonna bullshit you like a lot of motherfuckers will. Michael Penix Jr. gonna fucking win the NFC South this year. Atlanta's gonna win the NFC South this year. I don't want to say it. I don't want to give it to it. I don't want to. I don't even want to believe this shit. But I'm like, man, if he's upright, he upright. Put the shit in the box. Put the shit in the box. Now I don't think they're gonna be ready to compete with like the Eagles, Lions, Packers, Commanders. No, no. But I expect them to win NFC South. I expect them to. I would even go so far. I would even go so far to say they might even be the number 2 seed in the NFC. Because you look at the NFC South, what are the Panthers? What are the Buccaneers? Don't get me started with my Saints. Like, don't even get me fucking started with my Saints. By the way, Saints do not have any primetime games this year. I think them, the Browns. What is it, the Titans? Are they the Titans? No, I think the Titans have a primetime game. A prime game. No, I don't think the Titans. So yeah, those are the 3 teams: the Browns, the Saints, and the Titans. Yeah, those are the 3 teams that do not have a primetime game this year, and very deserving. They don't fucking earn it. They don't deserve it. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. Like, you niggas are delusional. I saw a lot of fans on. I can't believe we didn't get a primetime game, bitch. Why would we? We had 3 games last year, and we shit the bed in all 3 of them. Like, the Kansas City game was the closest one. And even in that game, it was like, God damn, nigga, can you try, motherfucker? Like, it was just, oh my. And that was right after we had the winning streak. It was like, this shit is fucking embarrassing. And then you look into and then what we had, the Broncos game on Thursday Night Football, bro. That shit was that shit was bad. Oh god, I hate that fucking game. That was a bad game. That was the first game Sean Payton played against us as a different head coach. Uh, oh god, that fucking game sucked. And then we had the other Monday night game against the Packers at the end of the year. Do I need to talk it up? Oh my god, that game sucked. That was a terrible fucking game. Yeah, man. But yeah, week three, Chiefs versus Giants. I don't know what the fuck. I get it. It's the Giants. They have the marquee name. I get it. But there's nothing about the Giants that made me feel like they're gonna be a good team this year. Nothing. Like I said, I do think they're gonna actually finish third in the NFC East. Only because the Dallas Cowboys are gonna suck. It's not like the fucking Cowboys are gonna be this game changing team this year. No, they're gonna suck. I expect the Chiefs to have. This is one of those games where the Chiefs could come in. The Chiefs should come in and be really fucking good, and they should dominate the game, and they should win it. I would not be surprised if the Giants squeak by and win that fucking game. I'm gonna tell y'all this shit now. I would not be surprised if the Giants squeak by and win that game. I would not be surprised. It's early. It's a week three matchup. It's early. The Chiefs could be kind of dragging their feet in the game a little bit, and then they just and then just something happens, and you're just like, what the fuck? How the fuck did they lose that game? I can see it. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna score super crazy points. They can fuck around with the Giants and find out. I'm telling you this shit now. They could fuck around with the Giants and find out. It, 17-14. Giants get the ball last, drive down the field, kick a field goal. 17-14. I, and here's the thing. Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes throws a pick, gets it picked off, and that's how the Giants have just kind of slowly moved down the field. And that's how the Giants beat them. I would not be surprised. I'm telling you this shit now. I would not be surprised. 17-14. You gonna be sitting there like, fuck did the Kansas City Chiefs lose that game? I'm telling you this shit now. I'm telling y'all this now. Kevin, Avon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, man, that defense, and that's gonna be a hype game. They gonna be so fucking ready to play these motherfuckers. 6 sacks. There's gonna be a lot of fuck ups. It's gonna be like Kansas City just offensive line wide, can't stop no fucking body. The Patrick Mahomes is on the fucking ground most of the night, and you're just sitting like, what the fuck? And then he's so scared of getting hit so many times, he just throws the ball to Travis Kelce and gets it fucking picked off. And you're just gonna be sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm telling you this shit now. 17-14. I got the Giants. This is May. This is May. This game doesn't happen until September. I'm telling you, I'm seeing this shit now. In New York, week three, Giants gonna be Kansas City. Mark it. Put it in your benchmark. I ain't putting no money on this shit. But trust me, I'm telling you this shit now. You're gonna be like, what the because they're gonna keep them in the game. They're not gonna be going out there putting up 30, 40 fucking that's not gonna happen. You should have known that last year. They didn't fix shit on that team at all. They didn't get a new receiver. Yeah, this shit gonna get bad. Yeah, this shit gonna get bad. This shit gonna get bad. Week four, Sunday Night Football. Packers, Cowboys. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I immediately had a flashback to the last time the Packers in Dallas. I was like, ooh, that cannot happen again. I had a flashback just a moment ago. I'm like, ooh, that shit can't happen again. Lord, if that happens again, I think Dallas fans are just suicide watch. That's just what I would be like, God, suicide watch. Like that can't happen again. I had a mental flashback to the Cowboys and Packers game last time the Packers in Dallas. That playoff game was torturous for Cowboys fans. It was so much fucking relief, and it was so much fun for football fans. We enjoyed it. Ah man, we had dance parties. It was fun. We watched that game. Oh man, it was over by halftime. It was over by halftime. It was just like, yep, Packers. Go Pack, go! Like it was just like, yo, give me a cheesehead. This shit going dead. Like, bro, like yeah, week 4 is going to be one of the most interesting fucking games if we've ever seen one. Week 4, because I don't know what Cowboys are gonna be. I don't know what the fuck Dallas is going to physically be. I have no clue. I do know one thing. It's gonna be one interesting fucking game. I can easily, I can see the Packers beating the fuck out the Cowboys. They did that game. I can see it. I can physically see it. It's oh man, oh man. Yeah, we had a great time. That was a great playoff game. That was the most fun I think I've had as a playoff watching the playoffs in some years. Because they just beat the shit out the Cowboys and everybody. Yeah, then he was on the TV like, "Whoa, shit! This can't get no worse." They ain't know what the fuck to say. They ain't know what the fuck to say. I was like, "Oh my god, this is bad, man. This is treacherous." Oh man, that was funny. That was the funniest fucking game I've ever seen, man. That shit was good. That was a funny ass game. Oh man, yeah. Week 5, Patriots versus Bills. This is gonna be an interesting game. This is gonna be an interesting game. It feels like the old regime, the old AFC East, Bills, who's been running the AFC East for a long time, versus the new AFC East regime, which is the Patriots. I think the Patriots, like I said, I think the Patriots are going to be a team that a lot of people are not ready to have the conversation about until you see it. And I don't think people are also going to be ready to have that conversation about the Buffalo Bills until you see it. Week 5 is one of those you will see it and you will see it fast. Like holy shit. Yeah. Week 6, Lions Chiefs. A couple years ago, this was the season opener. Lions went into Kansas City and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I expect the same results. Are you guys gonna say something different? Expect the same results. Matter of fact, I expect the Kansas City Chiefs get their ass beat, blown the fuck out. Week 7, Falcons 49ers. Again, it's going to be a test game for Michael Penix. I think the 49ers, again, like I said, I don't really trust the 49ers this year. I don't trust the 49ers. I'm sorry. I just don't trust the 49ers. I have no faith in the 49ers. I'm sorry. I said this before last year. But the window in San Francisco is closed. It's over. Put it to bed. Get ready to look for your new head coach. Week 8, Packers Steelers. This is going to be an interesting game. With Aaron Rodgers being on the team or not, this is going to be an interesting game. I didn't talk too much about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, quarterback situation is one thing, but something that people don't understand is like Mike Tomlin has been a head coach for damn near 20 years. This man has not had a losing season in damn near 20 years. He took over for the team in 2006. This is his, 19th year being a head coach? He's not had a losing season in 19 fucking seasons. 18 seasons. This is going to be his 19th season. 18 seasons. He's not had a losing season in 18 fucking years. You know how fucking impossible that is? And he's had years where he did not have a quarterback. Big Ben got hurt, fucked up for 6 games, or suspended for 4, or some crazy shit happened. He's had seasons where he just did not have great situations. And they still found a way to win games. You continue to sit there and count the Pittsburgh Steelers out if you fucking want to. But I am not one of those people. Until I see it, I won't believe it. I don't give a fuck who the quarterback is. Motherfucker, it could be Will Howard, who they drafted, by the way. And I don't think he's good at all. But even he can win you 6 games. Even he can win you 6 games. Because y'all are completely and utterly forgetting the one thing. That defense is still intact. That's still a good fucking defense. Something else y'all forgetting. They actually did something last year that I didn't think they could do. They actually drafted offensive linemen, and actually, it fucking worked. It was a good offensive line last year. They got the first round pick got banged up and he was out for the rest of the year. But if that's a healthy fucking offensive line, bro, you got a really good center in Zach Frazier from West Virginia last year. The kid, the offensive guard from Washington last year, and then Broderick Jones, who you drafted a couple years ago from Georgia, and they drafted another tackle last year. That's fucking Steelers' offensive line is fucking stellar, dude. And you got DK Metcalf, and you drafted a really good running back in Caleb Johnson from Iowa, and you got a fucking line, bro. Pittsburgh's different. Pittsburgh's different. And then you drafted a really good defensive tackle, Derek Harmon from Oregon. Y'all can go ahead and write the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers off if you want to. Go ahead, write them off. Go ahead. I will take all that stock. I'll take all that stock. Y'all niggas are delusional. You fucking crazy. Y'all have more faith in motherfuckers you ain't never seen. Figure it out. Y'all got more faith in Sam fucking Darnold than Mike Tomlin. That shit is crazy to me. I've seen Mike Tomlin for 18 fucking years. Figure it out. This motherfucker won games with Doug Hodges. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take my chances on that dude before I take my chances on a fucking Sam Darnold who had 1 year. It is more so because of the system and not the actual player. Fuck out of here. Are you serious? Week 9, Seahawks Commanders. This is gonna be an interesting game. Not for Seattle, more so for Commanders, because at this time, by week 9, you should know who you are. Week 9, Commanders, you should know who you are. Is Jane Daniels gonna have a sophomore slump? Is he? If not, I expect Washington to be good. Deebo Samuel, if he's upright by this time, I expect his offense to be good. Super fucking good. Yeah. Nobody's also talking about their defensive Commanders. The Commanders' defense might be something to look out for this year. Week 10, Steelers versus Chargers. I done told y'all, Steelers, I trust them, and I trust them more than I trust the Chargers this year. Crazy as it sounds, I trust the Steelers more than I trust the Chargers this year. Week 11, Lions versus Eagles. This will be, at some point, the NFC Championship game. Will it be this year? I do not know. But it will be soon. This could be a preview. Get ready. Week 12, Bucks Rams. Like I said, I got Atlanta Falcons winning the NFC South. I got the Eagles winning the NFC East. I still got the Lions winning the NFC North. I still got the Lions. I got Arizona winning the NFC West. Wild card, I got the Commanders. I got the Packers. This could be one of those deciding games to see who makes it into the playoffs. It's week 12. It's very kind of early still, but this could be the deciding game to see who makes it into the playoffs. Who gets that 7th spot? Rams or Buccaneers. So yeah. Week 13, Broncos Commanders. This is gonna be an interesting game. Bo Nix versus Jane Daniels. I want to see how that's gonna look. I want to see how that's gonna look. The Broncos defense by this time should be at its peak, and the Commanders offense at this time should be at their peak. So it's going to really come down to if the Broncos offense is actually putting up points and if the Commanders defense is actually stopping people. That's what that game's going to come down to. Week 14, Texans Chiefs. I don't have a lot of faith in Kansas City this year. I think a lot of people think I'm crazy. But the last time these two teams played, the Texans defense handled their ass really good. So it's not like they can't do it again. Week 15, Vikings versus Cowboys. That's gonna be an interesting game. That's gonna be an interesting game. The reason why I said the NFC South, the NFC, because the Vikings could be in the conversation for the 7-7. I don't think they're gonna win the division, but I would not be surprised if the Vikings are like at this time about like teeter tottering on like 8-4. Now it's week 15, so about 10-4. If they lose the next three, they could be out of the conversation of the playoffs. If they win the next three, they could be in the next two. They could be in the playoffs. The Cowboys again. I don't know about Brian Shanahan being a new head coach. I think you just gave him the team. This is gonna be a 1 year experiment, and it's not gonna work. I just don't see it. I don't see how this team is gonna work. I just don't see it. And that's the Cowboys, by the way. Week 16, Cincinnati versus Dolphins. Joe Burrow versus Tua. If Tua's upright, if Tua's upright, that's the game. I expect the Bengals to be back in the playoffs. I do expect the Bengals to be back in the playoffs. The question is, will they be challenging for the AFC North? That's really the question. It's not really if they can make the playoffs. The question is, can they challenge the Ravens for the AFC North? That's where the conversation lies. In week 17, Bears 49ers. These are two teams I do not know what their season is going to look like, really. Both of them could go completely both downhill, or both of them could kind of have a steady midway through it, and then one game happens, and then it just torpedoes their season or uplifts it. So I don't know. In week 18, it should be a divisional game to determine who's going to get the division. Yeah. Before I get to the Monday night games, there's some international games. Week 1, Kansas City plays the Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil. That's a Friday game. So if you are just like last year with the Eagles and the Packers, same thing this year. Chiefs, Chargers, week 1. I'm looking forward to that game. It'll be pretty intriguing. Week 9 will be Vikings versus Steelers. I think this might be the first time they're in Dublin, Ireland. I think this might be the first time they're in Dublin, Ireland. I don't know. I know college football was there last year. But I think this might be the first time the NFL is in Dublin, Ireland. So that's pretty interesting. Vikings versus Steelers. Gonna be interesting to see. That's week 4. Um, yeah, it's week 4. Week 5, Vikings versus Browns. So they got a quick ass turnaround. So they got to go from Dublin, Ireland to London, England. That's gonna be a weird ass fucking turn of events. Vikings versus Browns in London. Um, yeah, I have no faith in both of these teams. I have more faith in the Vikings than the Browns. But I will say this: the Browns' defense this year. Ooh, shit. Good luck. Shit. Good luck. I don't want to play the Browns defense at all this year. I'm good. Myles Garrett, Mason Graham, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome. I'm good. No, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play that. Fuck that. Nope. Mm-mm. Don't want to play that. Nope. Week 6, Broncos Jets. That's a game. That's a game. They will play. I think they're playing Broncos Jets. That's also in London. Week 6. So Broncos Jets is if you want to get up and watch early football. Week 5 and 6 are your favorite 2 nights. Do your thing. Week 7. Also, I think Dublin, Ireland too. I think with Dublin, Ireland is a very early game too. Week 7, Rams, Jags. The London Jaguars are going to be taking over London. They're going to be playing in Wembley Stadium, legendary Wembley Stadium. Can't wait to see how that game is going to look. The Jags have actually won a lot of these London games the last couple of years, so we shall see. Week 10, Falcons versus Colts. Germany is the site. They will be playing in Germany, Berlin, Germany. They haven't talked that much about the Colts because there's nothing to really talk about. I don't trust the offensive. I don't trust the offense. Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, anybody? Anybody? Anybody want those quarterbacks? No? Go once? Go twice? Not sold. Not sold at all. Okay, cool. Just wanted to see. Just wanted to see. Week 11 is where the international games die. Commanders versus I don't want to say die, goddamn, but ends. Madrid, Spain. we'll have week 11, the last game of the international games. Commanders versus Dolphins. Yeah. International games will bleed into Thanksgiving holiday games, which is always a tradition. Thanksgiving games, always a tradition. Um, I love how the NFL has completely and utterly said fuck the NBA on Christmas Day. They have completely, they have said fuck the NBA on Christmas Day. You had that spot for so many years, and we gonna take that bitch from you. Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving Day games, holiday games. Start off like this: Packers versus Lions. That's an interesting game. That's gonna be very interesting, depending on what the Packers and the Lions are gonna look like this season. I'm looking forward to that game. Chiefs Cowboys. This is the worst time to put the Chiefs and the Cowboys on a Thanksgiving game. It's gonna draw massive ratings, clearly, but it's also you don't know what the Chiefs are, and you don't know what the Cowboys are. By this week, by this game, they can both be completely and utterly down on their luck. You don't know. That's a like I said, there's so many times you could have had this be the game for it to be this season to do it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You could have put the Eagles and the Cowboys here. Shit, you could have put Commanders and the Cowboys here. Fuck, I don't know. But yeah, we go back to a divisional situation to close out Thanksgiving night. Bengals versus Ravens is the game to close out Thanksgiving night. Um, should be an intriguing matchup. These two teams, when they get together, easily 100 points combined. Easily 100 points. Easily. Easily 100 points. Last year was a perfect example. They had like two games where these motherfuckers both scored like over 30 fucking points. So it was just like, yeah, you just sitting there like just AFC Championship game. Please, God, anyone, please. Let this be the AFC Championship game. Just one time. Just one time. Lamar versus Joe. Let it be. Hopefully this year. Please, God. Let me get that out. Let me have that. One time. NFL guys, please give us a just one time. Just one time. Give me that for the AFC Championship game. I don't give a fuck where it's at. It could be in Cincinnati, Baltimore, Japan. I don't give a fuck. I want to watch the Ravens, Bengals, Joe Burrow, Lamar, AFC Championship game. See who goes to the Super Bowl. Fuck yeah, let me get that. Let me get that one time. And I already talked about the Bears and Eagles. That's a Black Friday game. So yeah, Christmas Day, Christmas Day, Cowboys versus Commanders. You could have had that shit on Thanksgiving. Could have had that shit on Thanksgiving. I remember when the Commanders and the Cowboys used to play on Thanksgiving, which is the funniest shit. I guess that was kind of like their own little what, Cowboys and Indians. If you know why that was the thing, but if you know why, but yeah, um, Lions versus Vikings. I'm with it. Let's do that. And Broncos versus Chiefs. That's gonna be an interesting fucking week. That's gonna be an interesting Christmas day. So that's the Christmas Day games. That is your Christmas Day games. And they just said fuck the NFL. I mean fuck the NBA. Just fuck, fuck the NBA. NBA gonna have like 5 games. The NBA is gonna have some amazing games this year. I can easily see the Pacers and the Knicks being the first Christmas Day game, and the Timberwolves and the Thunder being a rematch of this year's Western Conference Finals. I can see that for Thanksgiving. I can for Christmas Day. I can see those two games automatically. Lakers are gonna probably be on TV because LeBron's gonna be still playing. Maybe Boston, maybe Milwaukee if they don't trade Giannis. Golden State clearly, but yeah, yeah. Monday night, Monday Night Football. We do have Monday night games. Now this season they have one, two, three, four. four. Four double hitters this season on Monday night. The double hitters kick off week 2, goes into week 4, week 6, and week 7. Those are the double hitters on Monday Night Football. So if you like the double hitters, one on ESPN, one on ABC, you get 4 of them this season. Different types of games, different types of situations. Week 1, though, it starts off with the Vikings versus the Bears. J.G. McCarthy versus Caleb Williams. Their first matchup in a long line of matchups, hopefully for the Vikings in the Bears' sake. That's an interesting game. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to immediately see if this offense of the Bears is finally fixed with Ben Johnson as that head coach, and now Caleb Williams don't have any more fucking excuses. This is your time. Figure it out. And this is the best time to catch the Vikings. Like I said, their defense isn't particularly great early in the season. You can catch the Vikings early in the season, so I always be surprised. Week 2, like I said, double hitters. Excuse me. Tampa Bay comes here to Houston to play against the Texans. And the other doubleheader game will be the Chargers versus the Raiders. I know my brother Juan is looking forward to that game. That's gonna be a funny game. And I don't know if you put that on ABC. I don't think you need to. I think you can just literally have the Texans and Buccaneers at 6. Have them have their 3 hours, and then you go to the Chargers Raiders at like 9:30, 9:40, and go and bleed into midnight. Which I don't think you need to have like 2 games on that. Like you can do literally like they used to do, where they used to have 1 game early in the day, like 6 o'clock, and then the closeout game at 9. So I think that's probably what they're gonna do with that one. But yeah, Lions versus Ravens. It's week 3. That's gonna be a good fucking game. I'm looking forward to that game. I want to point out Lamar Jackson does not lose to NFC teams. Lamar Jackson does not lose to NFC football teams. That is crazy. Lamar Jackson had I think he's only lost 1 time to an NFC team, maybe 2. I think he lost to the Rams a couple years ago. He lost to the Giants and the Rams. And it's might be the only 2 NFC teams he's actually lost to. Week 4, Jets versus Dolphins. And Bengals versus Broncos. That's another one where you you don't really need ABC. You can kind of just have it be Jets Dolphins early, like 6 o'clock, and then you could kind of switch it right to the Broncos Bengals. So I don't see how yeah, that's gonna be an interesting way how those 2 particular games done, because it's late times. It's not like it's going literally up against each other. They're late times. They're literally late times. Denver's a late game, and the Raiders a late game. So yeah, Week 5, Chiefs versus Jags. I don't know why this is a primetime game. What in the fuck makes you think the Jaguars deserve a primetime game? Oh, man, they got Trevor Lawrence. What in the fuck makes you think the Jaguars deserve a primetime fucking game? Oh, man, they got Travis Hunter. What in the fuck makes you think the Jaguars are worth a primetime fucking game? I'm gonna be honest, I probably don't watch that game. I don't see the point of it. Week 6, Bills versus Falcons. Bears versus Commanders. I can see this finally being used. The ABC ESPN thing. I can see that being used. I mean, it's the game. I actually think they might put the Bills and Falcons on ABC. No, I think the Bears and Commanders be on ABC, and the Bills and Falcons be on ESPN. Get you more coverage with the Bears and the Commanders. So yeah. Week 7, Buccaneers go to Detroit. Funny as it is, Detroit, the Buccaneers beat Detroit last year. Was up until a long point that they were the only loss that the Detroit Lions had all last year was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they beat them in Detroit. And then the Texans versus Seahawks. Again, I don't really see the point of having the ESPN and ABC time lapse. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, Week 8, Commanders versus Chiefs. This is Jay Daniels' come out party. It's gonna be Jay Daniels' come out party for the sophomore season. Week 9 Commanders versus Cowboys. Kyler Murray back home in Texas. He's been in the Dallas building before, the stadium before. I expect him to go crazy if he's healthy. Week 10 Eagles Packers. That's gonna be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to that game. Rematch of the NFC divisional round. I can easily see the Eagles giving the Packers a problem, but I can also see the Packers being at home, capitalizing on being at home. Week 11, Cowboys versus Raiders. By the way, I think the Eagles Packers game, I think that might be where the Eagles actually lose their first game. Week 11, Cowboys versus Raiders. Why do I feel like this is such a game where the Cowboys just lose? Doesn't it feel like a Cowboys loss? Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like a Cowboys loss? It's just imminent. Week 12, Panthers 49ers. You can keep this game. I don't want to see this shit. Um, I don't want to see this shit. I'm not a fan of either team. Of course, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, so I'm really not a fan of the Packers. I mean, of the Panthers, and I damn sure ain't a fan of the San Francisco 49ers. Week 13, Giants versus Patriots. Patriots might beat the shit out of the Giants that night. I'm gonna be honest. And by that time, week 13, Jackson Dart should be the quarterback by that time. I don't think the Giants are gonna have a great season. Jackson Dart could be the quarterback by that time. So by the time they get to week 13, it'd be Jackson Dart time. Week 14, Eagles Chargers. I expect Saquon Barkley to go for at least 160 rushing, and maybe 200 something purpose yards. I expect it. Dolphins Steelers week 15 is the Monday night game. Oh shit. Again, if Tua's upright, I feel like this is gonna be a goddamn cautionary tale. If Tua's upright, they should be in the game. If they're not, if Tua's not there, good fucking luck. I don't know what you want to tell you. Week 16, 49ers versus Colts. Both of these teams are probably suck by the time they get to this week 16 game. I don't expect neither one of them to be competitive. I don't expect either one of them to be competitive. Week 17, Rams Falcons. This is gonna be an interesting game. Reason why, if the Rams are in the conversation for NFC West, this could determine seeding. Like I said, I got the Cardinals winning the AFC and NFC West. I got the Falcons winning the NFC South. This can be an intriguing game. This can be the game. This can be an interesting game. So, this could also determine if the Rams get in the playoffs. This could be the game that determines if the Rams get into the playoffs. So yeah. But all in all, that's the NFL schedule. Those are the most impactful games, most important games, the games we should be really watching and getting ready for. Um, yeah. Um, all in all, man, the NFL is coming back, man. The NFL will be back before you even fucking know it. When we look up, it's gonna be the NFL. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? I love this time of the year because, like I said, we get a chance to see the schedule get open. We see the schedule. We see what's going on. We see what's about to happen. Um, Again, these are predictions. Don't get assaulted. Like y'all are getting a lot of people nowadays. Y'all get assaulted, getting your fucking feelings. These are fucking predictions. They're not my. They're. I don't know, just like you don't know. I don't know shit. But when these games happen, we will see. I'm going off of what I believe and what I think. I believe the Colts are going to suck this year. I believe the San Francisco 49ers are going to suck this year. I believe a lot of this shit is not going to go as planned as a lot of people think. The teams I expect to be really good this year, like the Patriots, like the Cardinals, yeah, this is going to be an interesting season, to say the least. Um, a lot of these primetime games prove one thing: if you're a young team on the verge of not knowing who the fuck you are, you ain't getting no coverage. They're only going for the names that can actually get on TV and people will watch. Because there's no reason in hell you telling me the Jaguars should be on TV this year. Prime time. They ain't done shit in 2 years. The fuck are they on prime time for? I don't understand that shit. I truly don't understand that shit. But yeah, but yeah, but that is that. I'll be back for I Believe Sports tomorrow. Possibly, I gotta write fucking shit down. But other than that, I'll be back tomorrow or this week to talk about the NBA playoffs. The Western Eastern Conference Finals are officially here. We will have a NBA Finals that we have not seen in some years. Will it be the Thunder? Will it be the Timberwolves? Will it be the Knicks? Will it be the Pacers? Oh, you know me. I am extremely excited about that Knicks Pacers series. I am excited about that shit. I grew up on the Pacers and the Knicks. I'm a 90s, 2000s baby. So, of course, the Pacers and Knicks. All I need is the NBC theme song to come in at some point during the game. And I'm like, oh shit, we back, baby. Like it's yeah, I'm just waiting for the theme song to kick in, and I'm like, man, we back in this bitch. Yeah, it's on. It's on. I can't wait for that. I can't I can't wait. I can't wait for those two series. That shit gonna be good. This oh man. And I'll also give my predictions. Like I said, I've been giving my predictions on AFC East this week. It will be I did the Patriots and the Bills last week. It's gonna be a toss between the Dolphins or the Jets. I'll do the Jets. I'm probably do the Jets. I got more faith in the Jets this season than the Dolphins. Um, and I talk about week one, which I haven't talked about. Week one, I will give my most intriguing games of week one, which I'm looking forward to. And we're almost back, man. We're almost there. We are officially. It's only May. It's only May. Crazy as it sounds, we only got a week left in May. That shit is nuts. Yo, am I tripping? Is this year flying the fuck by? We have literally a week left in May. Next week is like one of the last weeks in May. That's fucking nuts. That's crazy. Anyway, but I'll be back this week with I Believe Sports. Until then, this has been the I Believe Sports special NFL schedule release. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm tired. Peace.